Neil Peart, the legendary drummer and lyricist of Rush, is often remembered as one of the most technically brilliant musicians in rock history, but his story is far more layered than many fans realize. Known to millions as the Professor, Peart wasn't just the heartbeat of Rush, he was its philosophical core, crafting lyrics that spoke to outsiders, deep thinkers, and dreamers. Joining Rush in 1974, just before their second album, Neil transformed the band's sound, taking it from hard-edged barroom rock to the intricate heights of progressive music. Albums like 2112, Permanent Waves, and Moving Pictures showcased not just his complex, explosive drumming, but also his intellectual depth as a writer. However, away from the stage, Neil was a fiercely private individual. He never sought the limelight and often went out of his way to avoid it, eschewing interviews, declining fan meet and greets, and even traveling alone between tour stops on his motorcycle, seeking peace in the vast open roads of North America. While bandmates Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson embraced the rock lifestyle together, Neil chose solitude, often finding inspiration in books, travel, and nature. But the most defining and heartbreaking chapter of Neil Peart's life came in 1997, when his only daughter Selena died in a tragic car accident at just 19 years old. The following year, his partner Jackie succumbed to cancer. Devastated, Neil described himself as a ghost, and Rush went on what seemed to be a permanent hiatus. Most believed the band had come to an end. In his grief, Neil set out on a personal odyssey, riding over 55,000 miles on his motorcycle across North America, seeking not answers but healing. He later chronicled this deeply personal and painful journey in his memoir, Ghost Rider, Travels on the Healing Road, revealing a side of himself rarely seen by the public, vulnerable, broken, yet quietly searching for hope. Against all expectations, Neil returned to Rush, not for fame, but because he felt whole enough to play again. He reunited with his bandmates, released new music, and toured the world once more. For a man who had lost nearly everything, he found a renewed sense of purpose through art. Yet, time took its toll. Years of intense drumming left him physically exhausted, and by 2015, Neil quietly stepped away from the band for good. Then, in January 2020, fans were stunned to learn he had died after a private 3-year battle with brain cancer. True to his nature, Neil had kept his illness hidden, choosing peace and dignity in his final years. His legacy, however, continues to resonate far beyond the music. Neil Peart's story is not just one of brilliance, but of pain, perseverance, and profound humanity. He was more than a drummer. He was a seeker, a thinker, and a survivor. His journey reminds us that behind the talent lies a deeper story of resilience. If Neil touched your life, share your favorite memory in the comments. And as always, keep the spirit of Rush alive.